Instructions are necessary before operating or servicing your Bobcat excavator. Read and understand the operation and maintenance manual, operator's handbook, and decals on the machine. Follow warnings and instructions in the manuals when making repairs, adjustments, or servicing. Check for correct function after adjustments, repairs, or service. Untrained operators and failure to follow instructions can cause injury or death. It's important to inspect any machine before you operate it. Let's take a minute to show you some things to look for before you operate a Bobcat excavator. Let's start with the front of the machine. Inspect the exchange or other attachment interface. Check for damage or loose parts. Be sure to check the pin retainers and make sure they are in place and tight. Next, check the ROPs or tops for any damage and check the mounting hardware. Now let's inspect the track for any abnormal wear patterns and also check it for proper tension. A track that's too loose can cause detracking, and one that's too tight can cause a loss of power and add excessive stress to the drive components. Refer to the operation and maintenance manual and watch the video on track tension to make the necessary adjustments. Check the engine cooling system. The level in the coolant recovery bottle should be between the minimum and maximum marks or above the cold fill mark when the engine is cold. Check the condition indicator on the air cleaner. If the red indicator ring is showing, it's time to change the filter. Pull the dipstick and check the engine oil. The levels should be between the low and full marks. And take a minute to look for any loose or worn wires, tube lines, or hoses. Check for debris and foreign material. Remove them and clean the engine compartment and cooling system if needed. Open the right side cover and inspect the cooling system. Remove any debris that may limit airflow through the radiator, oil cooler, and condenser if equipped. The operator's area, engine compartment, and engine cooling system must be inspected and cleaned if necessary to prevent fire hazards and overheating. Observe the sight gauge for the hydraulic oil, but before you check it, make sure the arm and bucket cylinders are retracted. The bucket is resting on the ground and the blade is in a lowered position. Also check the level when the oil is cold. The lower indicator is the correct level. However, if the oil is hot, the correct level is at the upper mark. There is a service schedule decal showing required service information and grease points. Walk around the excavator. Check for any loose hardware, damaged safety decals or treads, and make sure they are replaced and repaired as necessary. Follow the instructions for greasing from the chart or use the operation and maintenance manual. There's also a video on greasing. Enter the operator compartment. Check the condition of the seat belt and fasten it. Turn the ignition to the on position and note that the warning lights on the console are working properly. Now start the engine and check the control console lockout for proper operation. Push the left-hand controls down. Check the motion alarm, if equipped, and front horn for proper operation. Now inspect and secure your job site and you're ready for operation. If you need or want more information, contact your local Bobcat dealer. They can also offer training or perform service work for your Bobcat machine and are your source for genuine Bobcat parts.